Good evening and happy new week, wonderful people. It's a very beautiful time to contemplate on what God has been doing for us. Yes, God has been so faithful to us, loving and kind. God has been so merciful to me as a person, and I believe He is also to you. I actually use this privilege and opportunity to welcome you back to our violin video. Gradually, we have been going from the scratch, from my first video, introduction to violin and brief history of violin, and then to the parts of the violin, and then to music, the letter names of music, the notes of music, the pitches of music, the elements of music, and then to having music as letters and definite pitches. Well, that's very good. This very evening, I'm super excited that I'm going to delve further into the third part, the last part of that introduction to music that I want to teach, and which brings it to a very concrete point where we are going to go from the theories, then enter to the main practicals. So if you've not been following me on my previous video, just go to my YouTube channel at House of Wiz Israel, House of Wiz Israel, House of, that's OF, WYZ slash, that's hyphen IZRAEL, House of WYZ hyphen IZRAEL. You'll get my YouTube channel, and then you will discover wonderful scintillating videos that on the previous classes, the previous videos I've made. So right now, I want to bring you to a point where you begin to see light, relate the theories of music to the principles, to the practicals in violin playing. So sit back tight. So buckle your belt and relax. Let's get into another beautiful, concise, but wonderful class. So right now, from my last video, I told you that music has 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and each of the 7 letters make up a note. Each of the 7 letters make a note. But we have 12 notes in music. And these 12 notes the 5 more notes come about as a modification of the 7 letters. Do you understand me? When you are on keyboard, those 5 other notes are those black keys on the keyboard. And I also made you to understand that the black key, the black note, is as important as the white note. No one is more important than the other. Now, I want us to bring it to a very full conclusion, or to a reasonable point that you begin to see the light there. Now, I've told you this as notes, individual notes. Now, I want to teach you these letters as keys. When these letters form a key. Now, I want you to imagine you holding a key of the house, and there are people who want to enter. Now, I want you to understand that you, as the holder of that key, will determine those who will enter and those who will not. Am I right? And you are going to determine those who are going to form patterns in the house. Who are going to enter as a result of the pattern, who are going to enter into the different rooms, or wherever you want them to stay, based on the vacancies in the house. Am I right? Now think about key as this, that you are holding the key of a car. You determine who gets to sit down where the person wants to sit down. If you are the driver, you can tell the person, please shift to the back or shift to the front. That is key. Now in music, bring that ideology in music. What is a key? A key Listen to me now. I want to bring it to a layman understanding where you can understand, another person can understand, even a child can understand. What is a key? A key is a group of musical notes related in a definite pattern. A key is a group of musical notes, number one, related in a definite pattern, number two. I will come back to that word pattern. I will explain it to you. Pattern. A group of musical notes related in a definite pattern that has its reference point to a particular note. The other musical notes of that pattern draw their reference point from a particular note. It's just like you as a human being, as a single personality. Mr. B is a single personality. Mr. F is a single personality. Perhaps you want to organize a party where you are the host. Now, they will draw reference from you. It's where you tell your guests to sit down. That's where they will sit. If you tell them there is no vacancy, don't sit down there, please. Stand up. They will do what? Stand up. So the key is that all the other notes will draw their reference point from that particular note that has the key. I told you each of these letter names and their modifications are specific notes. Now, I want to tell you again that each of these letter names, you may not see much of my face. I want to show you something important on the keyboard before we delve